Welcome to another episode of the Wednesday Icon Talk. This is yours truly, your MC and engineer, His Excellency Dakar, and I am the co-engineer and co-MC for our Wednesday Icon Talk. And beside me is my co-MC and co-host for our show, and we're going to be interviewing our WOP.
There it is.
For Woman of Power. And our main guest tonight is Khalilah Johnson, Chaplain, who is CEO of Redefined Unlimited. And without any further ado, I want my co-host to give her an introduction.
Absolutely. It is my honor. It is my privilege. When I say I love this young lady, I need to speak to her parents about seeing if I could add myself to the birth certificate. I need to be a part of this birth. Designate Dr. Khalilah Johnson Chaplain is a trauma and resilience expert, keynote motivational speaker, international bestseller author of several books, and CEO of Redefined Unlimited, an executive coaching and consulting firm for personal, professional, and spiritual development. She co-founded it with her lovely husband, Michael Johnson Chaplin. They both actually matriculated through GODSU just this last week, and we absolutely love their spirit, their marriage, and we just see us doing great things. I also see her teaching on our platform as of February. She passionately teaches natural-born leaders how to regain their power by rediscovering their divine identity. And as you get to know her, you will know there is not one phony body, one phony bone in her absolutely beautiful body and brilliant brain. So it's just my pleasure again, and my honor and privilege to bring to you Designate Dr. Khalilah Johnson Chaplain. How are you?
I am so amazing because I'm sitting next to you both. You are already my top, my top three, my top two, my top family. You all are such an amazing family, and I am so inspired. I feel like every time you talk, God just gave you what I needed to hear. So thank you so much, Chancellor, Your Excellency, Attorney Diane Eubanks, and Your Excellency Dakar. You are amazing. You both are amazing. All of you are. So just thank you for having me. This is just such an honor.
And it's our privilege as well. And God is something else. How can you, over the internet, love someone, care for someone, and want to do everything in your power to lift them up, and you have not seen them in the flesh? I really do believe that during this pandemic, you really see how Christ works, in that we've never touched him in the flesh, but we actually feel him and love him the same way that we feel about Designate Dr. Khalilah. I want to ask you though, Designate Dr. Khalilah, what has been the key to your journey to success?
Desperation. It's nothing. I think that, and I teach my students this. There's a difference between being tired and being desperate. And what truly got me to a place of change was that place of just like, I gotta change. You know, that desperate place that if I don't get past this place, nothing else matters. I'll give up anything. I'll become whoever I have to. I'll go where I gotta go. I'll leave whoever I have to leave. That desperate place is the foundation of everything transformational. And I tell you, that's what it was. Desperation.
I tell you that when you're wherever and you can't tell the attitude, the latitude where you are, you have a way of getting comfortable. But when one hits rock bottom, and when God speaks to you and then gives you that path, the way he did with Jonah, the way he did with Job, I see you in that place where you come out of that. And because you've had that revelation, you are able now to help others because you've been there. You know what I mean? You look down on no one because you said, there, for the grace of God, there I was, and there where I could be. So tell me, what are some of the initiatives? What are some of the programs that you're working on right now as the great leader that you are?
Right now, my most impactful and the one that I love the most is Unpack to Impact. And this is a program where I take people through a journey of spiritual, professional, and personal development. But first, I think it's so important for us to recognize how important it is for us to confront. Many times, success looks like, well, I'll just start here and let's just future focus, but there's so much in our past, not just the bad stuff. There's so much we can learn from the past. We can examine from the past, but there's also a lot we can learn from the strength, the resilience. You know, when I started to see and examine where I came from to where I was, I not only saw a tragic story, but now I can reframe it and I see powerful, resilient people that did the best they could with what they had, and realize that there was a foundation that before now, that's why I have the resilient. I could have broke, but they did some more work in their ability to keep going. And so there's so much foundation, but I call it the 5 E's of effective transformation. It's examine, it is exchange. I'm sorry, I always get it confused. It's examine, exchange, establish, educate, and execute. And we go from history, present, and we definitely go from future, because there's no point in going to the past if we don't have a blueprint to decide where we want to go in the future. And so that's where I love to take people and really show them not only what they can learn from the past so that they can break cycles, find the pattern, break the cycle, and become unstoppable. And so that's the program. That's my favorite program. That's the one that I'm developing. That's my signature, the main one that I take people through and I see such an impact from.
That is fantastic. I want to take us through your books because I want people to be able to purchase those books. So tell me about each, just briefly, and tell them how they're able to get each of them, because we need you in people's lives right now. We can't wait till tomorrow. We can't wait till next week, because some folks won't make it. They don't understand that tomorrow, the sun will come out tomorrow. They don't understand that weeping lasts just for the night, but in the morning, they'll smile. In the morning, the sun will come out. So take us through each of those. And I know that the one that you have coming up after May will say Dr. Khalilah Johnson. And that is a beautiful thing to hear. But take me through those books right now.
Okay, so the first book is Undefeated, Broken into Purpose, and that is where I share my story, raw and truthful. I held nothing back. And I stopped, of course, at a certain point where I knew that I wasn't healed and I wasn't ready to talk about it, and I felt the Holy Spirit say stop. But I gave my encounter of Undefeated, Broken into Purpose of the history of three generations of women who had gone through the same levels of abuse at the same age. 3 years old, we were all abused, molested. We were all violated at the same age as a teenager. We all dealt with abusive men who that seemed to go through. It may be different things that they look different, but they seem to be the same thing. And as I was at my most desperate place, that's when I started to see the pattern. And I said, how did I repeat my mother in my grandmother's story? And so from that, I recognized that this is more than just nature versus nurture. This is something deeper. This is spiritual. This is environmental. This is just more. And I started to really, really study to figure out, how do I break this and how do I stop it for my daughter? And so I give my full journey into a place of getting over the most incredible things. And that's what Undefeated, Broken into Purpose is about.
That is amazing. That is amazing. And you have another book coming up as well?
Yes. So I do have a compilation book with many other speakers called Speak Your Way to Success. I'm chapter 1, and I talk a little bit, and so you can get that. All of these, first of all, Undefeated is on Amazon and also my website, Redefined Unlimited. But Speak Your Way is also on Amazon, and it's 17 other authors, amazing speakers. And then now, and I also have an ebook that I give away for free. So if you sign up and subscribe at my website, you'll get Reclaim Your Mind, Your Time, Mind, and Money. And so, yes. And so the one that I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, you had mentioned that they could get a free ebook. So saying, stop and just tell them how exactly they can get that book.
Definitely. So if you go to Redefined Unlimited and you subscribe, it's right there on my site, and it's a free ebook. It's about 15 pages, but it's a powerful foundational teaching on how to break the cycles and recognize certain patterns. And so it's called Reclaim Your Time, Mind, and Money. And you can get that for free. I wrote that, and I really believe that that has helped a lot of people. I've heard really good things from that, and it's free. Yeah.
All right, so I have another book title that I need you to write.
Okay.
Bent, but not broken.
That's a chapter in my book. You are so, that's a chapter in Undefeated, Broken into Purpose. Like you.
I've never seen the book, but the Holy Spirit told me that that's actually the name of the movie. It's a book and it's a movie, Bent but Not Broken, the Khalilah Johnson story.
I have to tell you something. Okay. That's what my ex-husband said to me in the car. That's what was in that chapter. He said, I could bend you, but I couldn't break you. And that's why the chapter's named that. That's powerful.
It's the Holy Spirit. I'm feeling the Holy Spirit. This entire side of my body is just like, but as you were speaking, the Holy Spirit told me to tell you that. And there it is, it's a chapter already, but that's the movie, Bent But Not Broken, the Khalilah Johnson story. That I see it all over the TV, CBS, NBC, WeTV, everybody. Yeah, that's you. They can't break you, my sister. They may bend you, but they can't break you. And the psychological abuse and the mental abuse and physical abuse and the sexual abuse it's because you are a repository of what everybody could have gone through, so that when you're coaching them, you're actually pulling from experiences. A lot of other people, they pull from theories, they pull from theoretic things, they pull from books, but you pull from life. So when you speak to someone, you actually feel it. So you have to even be careful who you coach, because you're such a reservoir, such an open reservoir, that even as you pour out, things can be poured into you. So you have to be prayed over. You have to be so protected, because you can be vulnerable, because when you pour out, you just flow. You don't hold any stopgap. You don't pretend. You are such a wonderful, terrific martyr. You're actually a martyr, because everything you went through so you could help other people. It was not for you. It was never for you, because you could just be selfish and keep it to yourself. You don't have to tell anybody what you've been through. You look gorgeous. You look beautiful. You're smart. You can just talk about something else and even make more money. So you are a healer. You're actually a healer by the things that you're doing. And you poured it out like nothing this past weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It was great last weekend to have you on. I want to ask you, what was your graduation experience at GODSU?
Oh my goodness, life-changing. I don't have all of the words, but I know that when I got off, I was on fire. I couldn't sit down, and I was saying, I'm supposed to be like this. I just kept saying, I'm supposed to be, like, it was finally like the ceiling was off. There's so many times you step in and people gotta, you're too much. And you'll always be too much for people that don't think that they're enough. But I finally found a space where I could unleash it, and it could be received and handled. And I changed again. I grew, and I am now able to be a giant. I'm able to fly like an eagle. I don't have to hide my wings. I don't have to hide anymore. It's the first place, the first space that I've been allowed to be me. And I've changed again. I thought I've gone these, it's like a cocoon. I always say 1,000 deaths to rebirth.
That's what I see in you. I see you unleashing the floodgates. That's what I see you doing. and you're going to have another book where there's like a flood behind you that you released, and it's you, because what's in you, people need that. You know, the Bible talks about the waters of life. You know, people think it's the actual water you drink, but it's what sustains you, and that's what you bring to people, is that sustenance. And at GODSU, you're home. At GODSU, you are with family. At GODSU, you don't have to pretend. You know, like when you're with family and you wake up and you have brush your teeth here to here not fix it, and they still love you just the way. In fact, they tell you, you're so beautiful. That's what you are. You don't have to pretend. You just know that you can be you, and it's enough. You are an eagle. Stop playing with the swallows. Stop playing with the turkeys who can't even fly. You know, but when you're on the ground with the turkeys, you make them feel comfortable. Be you, fly. Let them keep up. Don't slow down. Let them keep up. Absolutely. This is wonderful.
Grateful.
So kind of to sum up for us, how your association with Global Over Day Seminary and University, GODSU, has affected your definite purpose.
Like you said, I'm home. There's no stopping me. I've been waiting for this moment. I've been told that it would come. I have dreams that it would come. And it is only when you sit at the table that you know that that's why nothing else fit. And the name alone, I mean, it's God's University. It is God's University. And it's what he promised. And this is where everything that I've been doing, everything up until this moment was for here. I've stepped into my divine moment. And of course, there's always so much more to grow, but I've been preparing for this. I've been preparing to meet you. I've been preparing to meet this family. I've been preparing to sit at this table. And thank you for your obedience for preparing the table.
God, and you're not only going to sit at this table, you're going to participate at this table. You're going to eat at this table. You're going to prosper and be loved at this table and be totally accepted. And here at GODSU, we do not ever compete. We collaborate. We have other coaches here. I'm a coach. His Excellency Dakar is a coach. Her Excellency Cairo is a coach. Dr. Woods is a coach. And you may say then, why are they bringing me in? What it means that they have less? No, honey, there's 7.76 billion people on this earth. Don't you think that they're going to need a Dr. Khalilah, a Dr. Diane, a Dr. They need us.
Yes.
And so we attract who we are so we can serve the constituents, so we can serve the people, because they need you. They need us together, not competing, but collaborating so that we can take care of everyone. I want to ask you, what do you hope to accomplish as your legacy here at GODSU?
I want to accomplish just putting my hands and seeing the full mandate. I want to be able to step into a place where we are reformers and we see our legacies laid down. I want to see this expand to the place of, I know that I'm not the only one. There's so many leaders that are stuck in places that suffocate them. And I just see this expanding to beyond what we can even imagine. I see it expanding and just growing. It's almost like, this is what I see. It's like the X-Men. You know, GODSU to me is you are Professor Xavier, and all of us weird, unique eagles and powerful leaders who had no place to go, who had to hide our differences. You've just made a home for us, and it's going to expand, and we're going to become that league of justice league that brings the mandate that the earth's been moaning and groaning for. We now have a place to prepare and answer the call. And so beyond words.
Beyond words. And so we have some announcements that we're going to make to you in private, but you have been phenomenal. Your husband has been as well. and we just welcome you in the family. I want you to slowly tell everybody how they can reach you, the phone number, the email, as well as the website, because we want everyone, because everyone needs you. We want them to be able to reach you. So tell us how we can do that.
My website is redefinedunlimited.com. And my email address is, again, info@redefinedunlimited.com. My phone number is 443-304-8722, where it'll go and dispatch, it'll come straight to me. And I think that's the most, that get in contact with me, get on the email list, and as well as schedule a free consult. You can go do that by Redefined Unlimited, and we can set you up with a 15-minute consult to see if we are a good fit. And so, yes.
Awesome. So ladies and gentlemen, this is a powerhouse here. This woman is doing it, not big, but doing it humongous. And she has family backing. And she is a part and parcel of everything that GODSU represents. Thank you so much. You are a woman of power. Whoop!
There it is.
Yes. And so you are, just outstanding and our icon for this Wednesday. So thank you, everyone. But don't leave us, because she not only is a woman of power, but she's also one of our top volunteers. So I'm going to hand it over to my handsome co-host, His Excellency Dakar. Take us away.
Thank you. And now let's get started with our outstanding global workers. First, we have, helping with entrepreneurial encouragement, our Dean, His Excellency Dr. Michael V. Roberts Chaplin, who is CEO of Roberts Riverwalk Hotel and author of Action Has No Season 2.0. We have, helping with proclamations, we have our two mayors, Mayor Wayne Messam, who is mayor of Miramar, Florida, followed by our Honorable Mayor Dale Honus, who is mayor of Broward County, Florida. We have the following two helping with administrative work: Vice Chancellor, His Excellency Dr. Moore-Eubanks Chaplain, who is CEO of Global Alliance Technical Services, as well as our Vice Provost, His Excellency Reverend Dr. Joseph Hickman Chaplain, who is founder of JH Global Consultancy.
Thank you, His Excellency Dakar. It is my extraordinary pleasure to be a part of this dynamic group and platform called Global Avide Seminary and University. We serve as the chairman of JH Global Consultancy, where we have strategic planning, development funding, and we have over 120 years of IT and cybersecurity experience, and can assist sovereign countries as well as government and nonprofit organizations alike to survive during these cybersecurity issues on a month-by-month basis. We have pivoted also to include personal protective equipment, and we are satisfying the need for gloves, masks, and other personal equipment throughout the world. I am excited by that opportunity. We also give back and serve as the Vice Provost and Dean of the Ordination Council and the Chaplaincy Program, where we believe in spiritual transformation. We want a greater economic development in our villages, our cities, and our states, and where we give back generously to the people all over the world because they are all in the image of God. GODSU is a global thought leader, building the beloved community and nurturing wealth for the next generation. Thank you, His Excellency Dakar.
Standing. Thank you so much, Vice Provost Hickman. You were just incredible this last week at our graduation as well as at our conference. And for those who were not there, we will definitely make sure that their copies of it so you can enjoy and learn from this great man of God. Absolutely incredible.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. And we want to continue off. We have helping with our GODSU app. We have Miss Black Florida Talented Teen, who is the Miss Black USA title holder for the Sunshine State, Sudan A.L. Eubanks, who is the CEO of Sudan Dolls, Games, and Apps. We have helping with being a paralegal, Director Her Excellency Cairo, Dr. Eubanks, UNCSR, CLC, CEC Chaplain, who is CEO of Cairo Speaks, Cairo Writes. The following helping with public relations for GODSU, we have Reverend Don Milton, Chaplain, who is CEO of M&M Special Services.
Thank you all for being an inspiration in my life. And what we do is we serve the disenfranchised in the community, the autistic, IDD population out in the rural areas. And my main goal is to try to start a ministry, especially specifically for them to have where they can be robust and have a voice in the community, and also raise funds for scholarships for colleges for people who are interested in serving this population in our community so we can produce and exemplify these services out in the community. You can reach me by my email, good27403@yahoo.com, or either via telephone 336-681-8242. We are located in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I do have 2 facilities that I'm operating right now. And as I stated, I plan to open up a church for these individuals because a lot of times the community are not educated about the need of these individuals. For example, I went out yesterday to take someone to eat, and this individual is clueless about wearing a mask. And the manager of the restaurant was saying that he had to wear a mask, and I said, well, let's just leave that alone. That's what my position is now, is to educate. And as a chaplain, I feel that this has opened up an arena and a platform for me to be more universal and to be worldwide and to be a voice for those of the least of these.
Thank you so much, Chaplain Reverend Don Milton, and welcome to the GODSU family. We thank Chaplain Jesse Wells Martin for introducing to us. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. And also helping with public relations for GODSU and being our WOP.
There it is.
Woman of Power. This episode, we have Miss Khalila Johnson Chaplin, who is CEO of Redefined Unlimited.
First, thank you again so much for this opportunity. So again, I'm Khalila Johnson Chaplin, praise God. And I am I'm an executive coach, and I have an executive firm called Redefined Unlimited. And this is where we specialize in helping natural born leaders regain their power after trauma. I'm a trauma and resilience expert, intergenerational trauma survivor, and someone who loves seeing people shine and break out of the mold of lies and really become who they've always been. And so that's the model of become who you've always been, because your divine identity was set even before you were ever birthed into the earth. And it's just really reconnecting you to who you are already. And I'm very grateful for GODSU more than, again, beyond words. To put it in, if I had to wrap it up in words, life-changing, that's such a cliche because everybody says that, but life-changing, acceleration, divine connection, and power. The power that lies in each of us. But when we come together, I keep seeing, like, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm an 80s baby, but, well, actually I'm a 70s baby, close. But in the 80s, there was this Transformers. You remember how they used to transform? So I keep seeing these images where we're Transformers, and as we come together, we're like, you know, we cannot be stopped. And so that's what I keep saying, like, more than meets the eyes. More than meets the eyes. And that's what we are. That's what GODSU is. It is the supernatural bringing together of people who have unique gifts and talents. And we are a force to be reckoned with. And it's only the beginning.
Perfect. And are you able to do a introduction for your Chaplain Michael as well? Okay, perfect. So I'll do an introduction. And we have, I was gonna read them out the whole way. Okay, perfect. And we have, speaking on behalf of Michael Johnson Chaplin, who is co-founder of Redefined Unlimited, health and fitness coach.
Yes, and so Michael Johnson Chaplin, a wonderful, loving father, man of God, someone who is humble but a servant leader. He is also the co-founder of Redefined Unlimited and our health and expert. He's a health and fitness expert, and he's certified, but he's also certified in inner healing and deliverance, and he's funny. So he's my husband. He's a wonderful man, and to know Michael is to love him. And so that's Michael, and he is, again, becoming greater and greater every day because he is aligned with GODSU.
Amen. Wonderful. Yes, we love him as well. Thank you so much for representing. That's right.
Thank you. And we have also helping with public relations for GODSU, our Dean, Imam Dr. Salahuddin Muhammad Chaplin, who is founder of Muhammad's Marriage and Relationship Services, also known as MARS. Please take us away.
Yes, thank you so much. It's so good to be with you again. Oh man, we had such a wonderful time last week. It was excellent. I'm telling you, we had some powerful people on the stage, powerful panels. It was, oh my goodness. And one of the ones that really, really affected me was the one that we're talking about super women. When I listened to the women of GODSU speak about some of the things that they have gone through and how they have really come to grips and recognize who they are, I said, my God. I actually had it in the little chat. I got 3 super women right here with me. You know, so I know what it's about. But anyway, GODSU is just a wonderful place to be. And when Sister Khalil was talking, Chaplain Khalil was talking, I was thinking about the Wizard of Oz and how, you know, you had these 3 people, or these 3, we had the Scarecrow, the Lion, and what was the other one? They thought they didn't have certain things. They didn't have a brain, they didn't have a heart, didn't have courage, the lion, but they really did. So they just needed somebody to help bring it out of them. It was already there. Nobody had to put it in them. It was there. We just take it out. That's what real education is. Not putting something in, but bringing it out. And that's what GODSU does. And I appreciate GODSU for that. So yes, I am the person who actually established MARS, and that is Muhammad's Marriage and Relationship Services, because I know that it's important for families, for husbands and wives to be together, for that small unit to be right and exact in order for our society to be right and exact. And so we want to do all that we can to help people. And this is what we do. And again, as I tell some of the young people that come to me, and when they think that, you know, they're twins before marriage or they've met their soulmate, that kind of thing, I let them know, look, you can't come as a half of a personality. And you can't come as a half of a personality, because if you both come as half of a personality, you've come up short. You have to have your own full personality, and you have your full personality, and then you merge and become as one. But you got to have that. So it's about just trying to help them to see that they have something, and that, you know, it's important to recognize that this person that you're with is somebody that you should work to continue to be with, and that it's something that you have to work on all the time. Not just, you know, when you want to get that woman, you know, you make sure your breath is smelling good, you got your clothes on, you're looking good, smelling good, and then you get married and it's over. No, you got to keep that thing alive. My wife told me a long time ago, she said, look, as long as you remember to keep it fresh and young, keep it fresh and young, then it's all right. I said, okay. So I know sometimes, you know, you get into a little stiffness, or you get into a situation where it becomes monotonous, then you have to come with the spontaneity. Do something spontaneous. Put that life back into it. So if you want to get in touch with me, you can go to imamsalauddin.com. Reverend Dr. Hickman is having a good time over there. You can get in touch with me by going to imamsalauddin.com, or you can call me at 914-475-2605. Again, 914-475-2605. Dawn Milton and I believe Jesse Martin are both in North Carolina, and so am I. I'm in Raleigh. I know some people in Queensboro. We got to get together and just lift up GODSU.
Designate Dr. Chief Felix, who co-founded the All India International Student Fellowship. We have Assistant Dean, Reverend Dr. Lalitha Davis Chaplain, who is CEO and founder of Dior to Live in Overflow.
Great day, everyone. Thank you, His Excellency Dakar and Chancellor, the Honorable Reverend Dr. Diane Moore-Eubanks. Oh, it's always an honor and a pleasure to be among GODSU. It is an honor. I feel like a billionaire. I want you to know I feel like a billionaire because all of the rich information that was poured into me, I took it for me. I don't know what anybody else did, but I took it for me. I took everything in, and I feel like a billionaire today. I'm speaking it out in the atmosphere because that's what GODSU do. GODSU will pour into you and pour into you until you push yourself into your purpose. And I just want to thank God for this platform. I want to thank God for the opportunity. I want to thank God for the person that introduced me. I want to thank God that I was in position to receive what he has for me. And GODSU is truly a divine connection for me. I am the CEO and founder of Dior to Live in Overflow. Now, what does that mean? That means that you are free to live in the promises of God, free to live in financial freedom. And that's my passion, to help every individual that I possibly can, every family, to reach the place of financial freedom. And how is that done? That is through the power of credit. You need to know that credit, your credit scores, is what brings you to a place where you can be free. Oh my God, in your financial area. And that's helping in the marriage, that's helping in the family, because you can, how many of you know that families are broken up because of financial difficulties? But when you increase your credit scores, my God, when I give you the tools that you can increase your credit scores and stay at that plateau where it continues to rise into the 900s, I'm telling you, the world will change. Your world, you will see a transition, a shift. Oh my God. Yes. You can reach me at 346-224-0784, or you may simply email me at freetolive47@hotmail.com. Everything about me is living in God's freedom. My God, I want everything he has for me.
Amen. I hear the music now. Well, I mean, I love you. I don't care who, I just love you completely. Assistant Dean Reverend Dr. Lalitha Davis. Love you, my dear. I appreciate you. God bless you. Mwah.
Tess Timms Chaplain, who is an author, speaker, and life transformation coach.
Wow. I'm balling over with so much joy. I don't even know where to start. All I can say is it's just been a blessing to be connected to GODSU. I mean, I couldn't sleep last night for all the goodness that was given to us. And that's what's so addicting to this, being a part of this extraordinary platform. My name is Tess Timms. I am a transformational business coach. I work with hairstylists. I work with business entrepreneurs, authors, speakers, and trainers and coaches. I do book collaboration. I help people, business owners who've been through defeat, that want to share their story through their writing, book collaborations. I take hairstylists who they're stuck, don't know how to rebuild their business. I teach them how to attract up to 100 clients in 30 days. That's what I do. So worldwide, I can help them transform in every shape, form, or fashion. And I'm so excited, guys, to be a part of GODSU. Because when I tell you, being a part of this group, I know we all can work together and help transform so many thousands of lives. That's what I'm excited about. And if you want to work with me, you can reach me at tess@teachmetess.com. Tess@teachmetess.com. I am the owner of Tess Timms Institute and Remarkable Life Solutions. And thank you, Dr. Eubanks, for creating this platform. I love you.
I love you. I love you too. And thank you so much for pushing through, regardless of the obstacles and the time, etc.
Yes.
I give it to Vice Chancellor Dr. Willis, who has always been following up with you for the last years. He was like, I want my Tess Timms to graduate. And he made it happen, you and him. So God bless you. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
So we have our Jesse Wells Martin Chaplain, who is a writer and documentarian featured on PBS and Walt Disney.
Yes, sir. Thank you, His Excellency Dakar, and thank you, Her Excellency, Reverend Attorney Chancellor Dr. Diane Eubanks Chaplain. It's an esteemed honor to be a part of this. I'm just beaming with joy to have been able to introduce you all to Reverend Dawn Milton and being a part of her operations here at M&M Special Services. We have a side component that her husband founded, the belated Pastor Keith Milton, Reverend Keith Milton, and it's Solid Rock Love Mobile Ministry, where we take that same enthusiasm that we render in the home setting as an agency and take it into and provide church on Sundays for the autistic communities. So we're lifting that up with praise that they had a vision for Solid Rock Love Mobile Ministry, and I'm now a part of that and carrying that forward with the discipline as a chaplain. I raise up all of you all that have participated in my graduation as well as Dawn's for the continuing outreach to be a ministry of presence is what we stand for. And thank you both for this opportunity and the platform. Please reach me at the area code 213-700-9288, 213-700-9288, and my name spelled like Jesse, like Jackson, Jesse, Wells, like Fargo, Wells, and Martin, like in King, Martin, @gmail. Jesse Wells Martin @gmail.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And you have been so prolific in sending new students. I think I just really want to thank you. And you're a great representation of what it means to be a distinguished student here and alum at GODSU. Thank you so much.
My honor, I'm humbled.
Our GODSU Administrative Assistant, Her Excellency, Dr. Arlene Spann Chaplain, who is founder of Arlene Sweats. We have our Assistant Dean, Dr. Charles Olawale, who is Principal Consultant at Graffiti Consultant, Inc., and also MFL Commissioner to Africa. We have our Reverend Dr. Shelley Miles Baker, who is founder and Executive Director of Baker and Associates Consulting, LLC. We have Assistant Dean, Dr. Grace Ini Ekpenyong Chaplain, who is founder of the Grace Foundation. And we have myself. I helped with administrative work, and I am yours truly, Director, His Excellency Dakar Eubanks, and I'm the CEO of Dakar Marketing Tools. And you see some of our products before your eyes, all of the virtual background that our students are having, and our all the branding jackets that you see before you is also done. All the rings, yes, all the rings. Looks like you and Dr. Hickman competing. Yes, see who can get it faster.
I know, right?
Yes, so those are some of our
And
products.
these are some of the things that we do
Yes,
as
we
well.
also have diploma covers as well. And we have our 300-page magazine.
324.
Yes, 324-page magazine, including all of our students in front of us. And that's some of our products. And you can contact us by texting 754-260-5157. You can email info@DakarMarketingTools.com. And you can visit our website, DakarMarketingTools.com. And now I want to turn it over to my co-host and our Chancellor, who's the founder of our shows. And she is our GODSU Chancellor, the Right Honorable, Her Excellency, Reverend Dr. Diane Moore-Eubanks, J.D. Chaplain. And without any further ado, please take us away.
Thank you so much. I mean, this is like a party. If you guys out there in the world think you can go to the club and party the way you do at GODSU, you are mistaken. This is pure, Holy Ghost-filled, giving back, grateful, gratitude, loving each other, building up each other's businesses, nominating each other. I mean, this is a party. You know, this is a love party. You know, here at GODSU, you believe in one race human, in one space earth with one embrace, which is love. And that's what we practice here. I want to extend a special appreciation to these GODSU leaders that you saw here today, you know, who have volunteered hours and time providing names, emails, phone numbers for referrals, helping in administration, helping in communication. We are just so grateful for the opportunity to add more workers of God, you know, to our database, add more workers of God to all the programs that we do. As we are even doing the programs, we're building on more programs because we move according to what God has told us to do. We move in obedience. Our educational programs are not just the Christian theological and divinity programs that we have, but we have interfaith programs with other religions, including we have a whole degree program that's being built out by our dean, soon to be His Excellency. Keep doing what he's doing. He definitely will be on that path. Imam Dr. Saluddin Mohammed, building that out completely. We have our entrepreneurial studies being built out by Dr. Michael V. Roberts and Dr. Nathaniel Kauser, who's opening up our entrepreneurial program and actual building and courses and library here in Miramar, Florida. I mean, these are the wonderful things that we have going on. We have our Africana studies where we're going deep into the historical context of who we are, not to stay back there, but to use that as a foundation so that as we move forward, knowing who and whose we are, we can go to bigger and greater platforms and do what God is calling us to do. We have our fantastic Junior Ambassador program that actually birthed His Excellency Dakar here, that came as a teenager, you know, being in a negative 700 because he was cleaning people's shoes and doing whatever, and they weren't paying him his money. I said, hey, the only way you're going to get out of this is that you have to come and work for GODSU. That's it. You know, I don't know how to do a flyer. I said, well, you better go on YouTube and learn and teach yourself because you are in charge of that from now. And that's what we did. We threw him in there, and instead of drowning, he swam. And now our magazines, our Bibles, or jackets, everything He has done these things because we believe in people. Before you build an actual building, you need to build people. And that's what we do here at GODSU. We believe in our people, we build them, we elevate them, we promote them, and we make sure they go in excellence. Some go kicking and screaming, but we push them anyway, because we know that that's what God is calling them into their definite purpose. I'm a licensed financial service advisor through Invita Financial Network, where we teach you how money works. We also teach you how to plan for your retirement. We show you how you can open accounts using yourself and your family, and you can build accounts of millions of dollars. You can have your own bank. You can stop begging other people to lend you money, but borrow from yourself. I am also an executive member of the board of the Minor Football League, which is the only developmental professional football league that leads into the NFL. I'm also the only female owner of a professional football league that actually bought our team myself, and that is the Fort Lauderdale 49ers, woohoo, here in beautiful Fort Lauderdale. I am the national president for the Jamaican chapter of the New Future Foundation, Inc., the Jamaica chapter, and we are under the auspices of Queen Mother Dolores Blakely. How long has she been in the UN?
51 years.
51 years. Can you imagine? And so we are able to help young people. We're able to help empower women, empower youth, help women who are going through domestic violence, ensure that children have calculators there in Jamaica, particularly the girls. And these are the things we do. So here at GODSU, support us. We just came off of the most outstanding 3-day straight graduation and Empower You conference. It was called the Ambassadors and Entrepreneurial Empower You conference. We had ambassadors there. We had entrepreneurs there. We even had a king there. Yes, we did. We had people who manage and operate companies that are valued at billions of dollars, that taught other people who got other ideas, and we help each other here at GODSU. Other places, they hurt you, they stab you in the back, they do the crab in the bucket. We don't do that. It is not allowed. We build each other up. We believe in you. We love you. We want to help you. Come with the right spirit. Come with the right mindset, and you can do it here. We will not take excuses, even the excuse of racism. We're not going to accept it. You know why? Racism is always going to be there as long as a racist is alive. That's it. And we're not going around taking out anybody. So what we have to do is we have to supersede that. We have to not only survive, but excel despite that. So we don't take excuses and we don't make them. We just go ahead and excel. We will help you. Please to listen, please to comment, please to subscribe, please to comment. Okay, and what else I need to do?
Like, share, subscribe, and comment.
That's why you have the young people, you know, because me can't remember all them something. Say it again.
Like, share, subscribe, and comment.
That's right. And listen to the messages we have coming up afterwards to learn more about GODSU. Thank you so much.
Global Ovid Day Seminary and University GODSU is a 501c3 interfaith e-learning Global Florida Department of Education Commission of Independent Studies approved degree issuing religious institution of higher learning under Florida Statute 1005.061F in Miramar, Florida, a suburb of Fort Lauderdale suburbs. Our curricula include programs like our theology diploma, bachelor's, master's, and PhD programs, which are designed for students called to the ministries of teaching and preaching. Program enrollees include pastors, evangelists, missionaries, and laypersons. Our additional courses: Entrepreneurial Studies, premier self-development courses on wealth building. We also offer a mini course for youth, the Junior Ambassador Youth Public Speaking, to gain professional and personal skills. Chaplaincy Diploma, Love and Spiritual Interfaith and Christian programs. Chaplains are trained, certified leaders attached to either a religious and/or non-religious institution or organization. cybersecurity IT courses. Our licensed instructor has a 95% pass rate compared to the 30% national average for CompTIA accredited courses, such as Security Plus and Network Plus. 40% of our alum who've gone through our prestigious GODSU honors programs have also previously matriculated through their earned doctorate programs. Our alum include physicians, ambassadors, statesmen and stateswomen, icons and billionaires, religious leaders, titans in business, global philanthropists such as Ambassador of Ghana to the United States, His Excellency Dr. Bafor A.J. Bewa, Ambassador of Nigeria to the United States, His Excellency Dr. Sylvanus Musafor, billionaire builder and Dean, His Excellency Dr. Michael V. Roberts, former Maritime Minister, Government of Nigeria, Honorable Dr. Leke Olawale, President of Fraser Net and Fraser Nation and Power Networking Conference, Dean, His Excellency Dr. George Fraser. Our world-class and esteemed professors include Attorney Her Excellency Reverend Dr. Diane Moore-Eubanks, PhD, Chancellor, Physician Dr. Eric Bizetsky, Clinical Health and Nutrition and GODSU Medical Expert, Physician Her Excellency Rhoda Makinde, PhD, Chief Medical Doctor, GODSU, Medical Missions, Dean Michael V. Roberts, JD, PhD, Dean of Entrepreneurship Studies, Dean George Fraser, PhD, Personal Development Studies, Dean Kyra Eubanks, Dean of Junior Ambassador, Professor Willis Eubanks, PhD, Dean of Cybersecurity Program, Professor Reverend Dr. Joseph Hickman, Associate Professor, Theology Program, Professor Imam Dr. Talib Sharif, Professor Interfaith Program and Chaplaincy, Professor Reverend Dr. William Blake, Theology Program Curriculum Development, Professor His Excellency Dakar, Ethical and Successful Marketing Techniques,